only 4-time Jersey All-Pro Light Heavyweight Champion, the good guy, Azrieal.
He's the one you can count on, but you can't count out. The King, Vinny Pacifico.
And quite a run Vinny has been on as of late, traveling everywhere around the country, big matches here for one of his home promotions, Pro Wrestling Magic. Actually, coming up next week, he has a big match against Rocky Romero. He's faced EC3. He had some incredibly high-profile matches, but Azrieal taking a little bit of offense to the fact that the Jersey legend himself seemingly getting bypassed in these big-time matches.
Well, you know, perhaps he sees someone on the come up and, you know, would like to be in that position. No one wants to be passed by. And of course, Azrieal has a pedigree that very few can attest to. His status as a Ring of Honor original makes him certifiable in that ring. So how is Vinny Pacifico going to add up and stack up to that?
Argentina and weighing 186 pounds, the self-proclaimed good guy, Azrieal.
We talk about Azrieal's accolades as the only 4-time Jersey All-Pro Wrestling Light Heavyweight Champion. He was also a BCW World Heavyweight Champion for a while as well, having high-profile matches against Papa Don, Richard Holiday, Sonny Kiss, and even AEW's own Jake Hager at one point. And Azrieal experiencing almost a career resurgence over the last year, getting some big-time matches, showing up on GCW and in the chains as well for ICW. You know, but again, we talk about the legend that is Azrieal. This is a man who came up and had some wars with the man who's going to be in our main event. Jay Lethal has had his name in the history books against some of the biggest names in this business.
So much for being a good guy, huh?
Well, it was self-proclaimed.
And to that point, you mentioned Azrieal having feuds with, you know, Jay Lethal. Perhaps that Azrieal feels like he's been looked over, been passed by. That's why he's looking to bring it to Vinny Pacifico. As we can see right now, with a thunderous chop and a rake to the back, he means business here today, Alfonso.
Yeah, and Azrieal, of course, the longtime veteran from Buenos Aires, Argentina, on the receiving end of that Hurricane Rana there, but Azrieal has been around a very long time, and I guess he has a right to be upset when being overlooked for these big-time matches. Vinny Pacifico, of course, on a hot streak right now.
He is on a hot streak. He's been competing everywhere Northeast, recently making his way out west as well. He's a man who's determined to succeed. He's making opportunities happen by sheer will. He's recently faced off against EC3 at Pro Wrestling Magic. Like you said, this opportunity against Rocky Romero could open up opportunities in New Japan. So the sky is the limit for Vinny Pacifico.
This is very true, and you can't ever count Vinny out. Cover here by the Kid. 1, 2, and a kick out. And you know, it's very interesting to call Vinny, you know, that Vinny still goes by the moniker the Kid. You know, this is a moniker that he got starting at Warriors Wrestling here in Staten Island, New York. Being a very, very young wrestler, getting a start. And we have seen Vinny Pacifico go from that very young, I'll cover here by Azrieal. 1, 2. Young wrestler trying to find his way to finally finding his niche in this pro wrestling world. Oh, big suplex landing on the back of the neck. Covered by Azrieal again. And a 2 count. You know, and as you said, Sam, really creating these opportunities for himself out of sheer will. But a man like Azrieal has to wonder, where are his opportunities? And we're always told, you know, the old adage in professional wrestling, be humble. Pay your dues. When you do that, the opportunities will come to you. And Azrieal has to feel, after everything he's done in this business, that the opportunities have not come to him. They have, in fact, passed him by, and he is being overlooked, unlike his contemporaries, such as the Eddie Kingstons, the Homicides, and the Dan Moffs of the world, and even the Jay Lethals. Where is Azrieal's opportunities?
Well, you know what? With a victory here today, he could be on the come up. Here we are wrestling, and Vinny Pacifico, someone who is now, goes for the cover, only gets the 2 count, but as I was saying, Vinny Pacifico being someone who has recently expanded his reach in pro wrestling, a defeat here today could put Azrieal on the come up. And you said that he recently got featured on GCW, which is a great opportunity, but is he going to capitalize on that by getting victory after victory in the Northeast and re-cementing himself with the legacy he's built as a Ring of Honor original? Woo! Whoa!
What a drop kick by Azrieal. Carving
right back.
Right in the mouth.
Not many people are going to be able to come like back after that, after a chop like that.
Very true indeed. And Azrieal, he's tough as nails. You hit him hard, he gets right back up.
Well, when you train in those old school places like the legendary Doghouse, when you are one of those Ring of Honor originals, your way into the wrestling business was not easy by any means, but it steeled you for matches like this.
Vinny Pacifico able to get to the ropes. Azrieal with double stomps to the back. And now goes for the cover, putting Vinny Pacifico square in the center of the ring.
But only a 1 count though.
Yeah, he wants to stop jaw-jacking to the round and focus on Vinny because Vinny has a fair level of explosiveness, and if you allow that to come out, Azrieal's going to be on the receiving end of perhaps chops of Vinny's own.
And I'm surprised, Pete, you know Azrieal very well. He likes to go into the air. I'm surprised we haven't seen any aerial maneuvers from Azrieal yet.
This is very true. Very interesting to see. We haven't seen any of that high-risk offense from Azrieal, but we just saw him take a big risk there and get hung up on the top rope. Could affect the groin area of Azrieal.
Do we think that Azrieal is maybe underestimating Vinny Pacifico by not using his traditional arsenal? Who knows?
He very well could be.
Very well. Oh, huge release German by Vinny.
Big English drop kick. Love to see it. Pulling Azrieal into the center with a little bit of...
Cover, this could be it. 1, 2. Kicked out by Azrieal, but did you see the speed at which Azrieal flew into that corner?
And not only did he fly into the corner, but his neck snapped when his head bounced off that turnbuckle.
And you've got to think, if someone in the ring is experiencing whiplash, it's definitely going to affect their game. Vinny now almost stalking Azrieal. But there's that veteran experience. Last-ditch maneuver to get one over on Pacifico.
This is chops and slaps. A cutter by Azrieal. Cover 1, 2. And a kick out by the King.
Now Azrieal approaching this with a lot of confidence, a smidge of cockiness. He has to stay on Pacifico up because otherwise something like this is going to happen. Vinny has to capitalize here. Super kick.
And now an Olympic slam.
Beautiful. Float over, goes for the pin.
Only a 2 count that time. And Vinny, as you see, he's staying on the attack. He's not giving Azrieal room to breathe. Azrieal somehow still kicking out.
Yeah, I almost thought that haymaker there could have knocked out Azrieal, but he lives to fight another day here. Vinny Pacifico undoing his wrist tape. He's getting serious here, going into 4th gear as he needs to with Azrieal.
And up to the top goes Vinny Pacifico in the high rent district.
You know, there's one thing that Azrieal is, a cardio machine. Running Yakuza, chopping Vinny down at the top rope.
Looks like this risk is not going to pay off for Pacifico, but Azrieal, devastating DDT up to the top.
DDT from the top rope. Avalanche DDT followed by a frog splash. And the cover for the victory by Azrieal.
Here is your winner, Azrieal.
And I think the turning point in the match, that DDT spiked him right on top of his head. Did Vinny Pacifico go when he went right down to the mat.
That big avalanche DDT off the top rope really did all the damage there that it needed to. But what a valiant effort by Vinny in this one.